Andariki namaskaramulu. Today is the second day of our yoga classes by Dr. CSR Prabhu garu. We will start the session with Vande Mataram by Chala Chittibabu garu and Prarthana by Vishalakshi garu. Chala Chittibabu garu, please.
Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram, Sujalam Sufalam, Malaya Jasitalam, Sasya Syamalam Mataram, Vande Mataram. Subrajyosna pulakitayaminim pullakusumita drumadala shobhinim suhasinim sumadhurabhashinim sukhadam varadam mataram vande mataram Vande Mataram. Namaskar.
Vande Mataram. ధన్యవాదములండి చలా చిట్టిబాబు గారు. Now Chavali Vishalakshi garu, please chant Prarthana.
Andariki namaskaram. So please, we will start with the meditation. So gently close your eyes, relax your body, and focus on your breath. गणानात्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। ॐ प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु। ॐ श्री महासरस्वत्यै नमः। गुरुरेव गतिर्गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे। न गुरोः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरौ मम पाहि गुरो। ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्य देवो भव अतिथि देवो भव। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं कर्वावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
ధన్యవాదములండి కావాలి విశాలాక్షి గారు. Now I request CSR Prabhu garu to continue the webinar, please.
Okay, we'll start with Sukshma Vayama, repetition of what we have done yesterday. First, you start breathing quick and short breath. Clear your throat. To clear the throat, quick and short breath. I hope you are able to understand. Then we have prayer to our gurus. In the book I have given, Maharshi Kartikeya onwards, the Guru Parampara. Then Buddhi Tadha Dhriti Shakti Vikasak for this part of the brain. Bend backwards, concentrate here, and repeat the same short, quick and short breath. Veda Shakti Vikasak, 45 degrees angle, you keep the head. Close your eyes, concentrate here on the center of the head and repeat the same. Next, Medha Smarana Shakti Vikasak. Now this is Medha Shakti Vikasak for this part. So go for the Netra Shakti Vikasak and putting out the light. Keep the finger near your eyes and lift finger along with the eyes without closing the eyes. Go to the top, keep on watching until the eyes burn and close the eyes and come down when the eyes burn. Again, start from bottom 6 times. Next, we go for the Kapolaka Shakti Vikasak for teeth and cheeks. Close your nose with 2 thumbs. Bring the tongue like a spoon and breathe out to the nose after holding for some time. Lift up and breathe out to the nose. Next, we have for the ears, Karna Shakti Vikasa. Same thing repeated, ears closed 6 times without removing from the ears. I hope you understood this. It is also called Shadmukhi Mudra. Once again, we'll do it. Close the ears, close the eyes, close the nose. Then breathe in through the mouth with the tongue as a spoon. Hold the breath while bending the chest, bending the neck forward on the chest and closing the eyes. Then after some time, get up and breathe out to the nose without removing the fingers from the ears. You continue 6 times. After that, you remove from the ears. It had tremendous beneficial effects. Griva Shakti Vikasa. Left to right, neck movement. Keep your hands straight, legs together. Join your feet. And move your neck left side and right side very slowly as possible. This is Griva Shakti Vikasa number 1. Is Griva Shakti, there are 4 exercises. If you do them, your cervical spondylitis will be cured and prevented. Up and down, slowly. Revolution. Go back in the opposite direction every time. Don't continue in the same direction. Let the head fall off. Okay. Then pull the neck upwards. 4th exercise for the neck. Then we have the shoulder exercise. Close your fist, the thumb inside, tight. Then breathe through the mouth, hold the breath. Then you have to move the shoulders without bending the elbows. You should not bend the elbows. Breathe out through the nose after some time, lifting the head up. मणिबद्ध शक्ति विकास, करतल शक्ति विकास, करपृष्ठ शक्ति विकास, all these pains, arthritic, rheumatic, everything will go. If you perform Sukshma every day, you'll become young. You can attend evening classes instead of morning classes next batch. Whose this is called Anguli Mula Shakti Vikas. Then we have pull hard as if you are putting a big weight towards you. It's very good for the nervous system. Then sidewards also. So we have finished the hands. Now we go for the new exercises for the chest. Vakshasthala Shakti Vikasa. There are two exercises. One and number two. Number one is just lifting the hands and bending backwards as much as you can. Then come back to normal. Then number two, lift the shoulders up, breathe in and go back. Next, we have the abdominal exercises, Udara Shakti Vikasak. So we have a series of abdominal exercises, many of them. Today we will try to add some of them and then go to Shavasana after that. First is breathe out and pull the abdomen inside. Then breathe in and bring it forward. Hold without breath after pulling inside for a few seconds. Next is abdominal breathing. Move the abdomen forward when you breathe in and push it backwards when you breathe out. The same principle as Bhastrika, but in standing position. Again, up and down. Keep your head up and repeat the same. Then down, keep your head down 45 degrees and repeat the same. Next, Kaka Mudra. Breathe in through the mouth, through tongue like last time, but hold the breath. Just keeping the hands down and blowing the abdomen and closing the eyes, pressing the chin. Then breathe out after lifting the head. Repeat it 3 times or 6 times. Next, bend 60 degrees and repeat the same abdominal breathing up and down. Next, 90 degrees. At 60, next is Agnisar Kriya. At 60 degrees, breathe out. Don't breathe in. Without breath, move your abdomen up and down, shaking. Take your abdomen up and down without breath. Next, 90. Go to Shavasana. Relax deeply, take deep breath. Turn to the left. Center. Turn to the right. Gain center. Okay, now we'll do the Pavan Muktasana. Is Janu Shirasasana or Paschimottanasana. Bend forward, breathing out, and touch the head to the knee. Then both legs. Then go to Vajrasana. Bending forward is called Shashankasana. I'm following the same asana sequence given in the book authored by me, titled Yoga. And same sequence in Sukshma Ayama as in the book. In Vajrasana you can practice throughout the day. Even after food, if you sit like this, it will be digested very fast. But don't bend forward when you have eaten food. Only with empty stomach, other all asanas can be performed. Bending forward is called Shashankasana. We also have the Supta Vajrasana, bending backwards and lying down on the ground. Don't try if you cannot, but those who are young can try, like me. I am young at 70. You can also be young and younger. Okay, now go for Padmasana. Left leg on the right and right leg on the left. Then go for Pranayama. Or better, we go for Shavasana once again and then come back to Pranayama. That right. Center. Okay, come back to Padmasana and perform pranayama. Anulom Vilom Pranayam or Nadi Shodhan Pranayam. 1:1 ratio without watch. You can do with watch also later, but at present you do without watch. Take deep long breath. I showed you sectional breathing, up, middle, lower. All three should be expanded and then breathe out. Right, when contracting, all three same sequence, up, middle, and lower. Again, breathe in through the right and breathe out to the left. So in Om, we have three parts, A, U, and Ma. A is for the upper chest, U is for middle chest, and Ma is the bottom abdomen. Sadhu Samyuktam Sadadhyayanti Yoginaha Kamadam Mokshadam Jaiva Omkaraya Namo Namaha Omkaraya Namo Namaha Omkaraya Namo Namaha. Om meditation along with chanting long breathing and long Om is the most effective way to overcome all diseases, physical diseases and mental diseases. To get calmness of the mind. The mind is calm, prashantamanasam, enam yoginam sukhamuttamam. Greatest happiness will be there when the mind is calm. Vayati shantarajasam brahmabhutam akalpasham. It will be conjunction with the Brahman and free from all kalmashas or sins. Pure state of existence, of consciousness, that is self. And that self is nothing but God. Aham atma gudakesha sarvabhuta vyavasthitaha. I am the self of all. So to become the pure self, you have to stop your mind. It means no thoughts, no emotions, no feelings. Just to be in yourself. Yogas chittavritti nirodhaha tada drashtu swarupe avastha. Vritti sarupim itaratra. So the abhyasa vairagya abhyam tan nirodhaha. Calming the mind through the practices and through detachment, you will get peace. Prashantamanasam henam yoginam sukhamuttamam. Highest uttamam sukham. Highest happiness, peace is peace. And that you will be able to get through Om meditation. Okay, now I'll go and take a theory class. Yesterday we have covered the unit 1, that is definition of yoga extensively in different shastras. I want you to read reading material sent to you in the notes, other than the 2 books. 2 books are practical books. Here is sent in notes. So now we will be talking about the historical development of yogic concepts. So there we start with the Bhagavad Gita 4th chapter statement. Imam vivasvate yogam proktavanaham avyayam vivasvan manave prabhu manurikshvakave bravid. Evam parampara praptamimam rajarshayo viduhu sakale naiva mahata yogo nashtha parantapa sa evaham. So what is Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna is, I taught this yoga. Which yoga? The total yoga to Sun God, Vivaswan, in the beginning of creation. Before all the humans and others came into existence, Sun was there, and the Lord Narayana gave the instruction of yoga to Sun, Vivaswan. Imam Vivasvate Yogam Proktavan Aham Avyayam. This indestructible yoga was taught, instructed to the Sun God by Adi Narayana himself. And Vivaswan Manave Prabhu. Much later, when Swayambhuva Manu came, sun god taught yoga to Manu. Manu Ikshvakave Bravit, and Manu taught to Ikshvaku. Ikshvaku Vamsha, Mula Purusha of Ikshvaku. Evam Parampara Praptamimam Rajarshayo Viduhu. So, from Ikshvaku on downwards, Ikshvaku Kulatilaka, Rama was in the Vamsha of Ikshvaku. So, the Surya Vamsha, Chakravartis, Rajarshis, the two types of rishis, Brahma rishis and Rajarshis. Rajarshis are the emperors of the Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha. So the Surya Vamsha Rajarshis practiced yoga, and so also Chandra Vamsha. Of course, Agni Vamsha is also there. There are three main Vamshas in Kshatriyas. So this yoga is as ancient as creation. So that is the beginning of the historical origin of yoga. And if we come to later periods, yoga is a spiritual effort to understand and control the nature of body and intellect of the individual towards reaching an unaltered state of personality. It is a conscious attempt on the part of the individual to avoid every possible pain, discomfort, and in that sense of avoiding any type of activity leading to such discomforts or pains. Instead, the word yoga is often overused or misused to represent only asanas. Today, the word yoga simply means doing some asanas. That is the extent to which it got degenerated. We are not saying asanas are not yoga. Asanas are also yoga. But yoga is a very huge subject. Asanas are one topic within yoga. Simple breathing patterns are also called yoga. With closed eyes, simple meditation is called yoga. Many people think it is a mere health and health cult, while others believe it is a religion. In some countries, they have banned yoga, saying it is religion. And again, of course, they removed the ban later. It became extremely popular. The most popular branch of knowledge of health in the whole world originated from India and spread all over the world is the science of yoga. Yoga Jnana, Yoga Shastra. Only a few know that it is a systematic science. All these small parts comprise the total Shastra intended for the evolution of man into a superman. That's what Sri Aurobindo also declared. He called it the ascent of the supermind, the descent of the superconscious into the human. Any attempt to understand the real purpose, in fact, it has been undermined. We get undermined in every aspect. Yoga is undermined, Hinduism, Sanatana Dharma is undermined, everything is undermined. Even parents are undermined by children, teachers are undermined by students. So any purpose or attempt to understand the real purpose, nature, and technology of yoga, because it is a very minute, microscopic level of technology, would require to inquire into the very roots of yoga and its traditions. The origins of yoga are obscure They go back to many, many thousands of years and are considered to be divine origin rather than human. The original purity of yoga is preserved in India, in Himalayas, and also in various yoga institutions to some extent. The Bihar School of Yoga is a very famous institution based in Bihar, Mongir, but having presence all over the globe. And that is a university, right? Then we also have the Yas Vyasa in Bangalore, which is a very recent one, which has been declared as deemed university. Nagendra Garu heads it. And third is ours, that is Vishwa Yoga Vidyapit. Previously it was Andhra Pradesh Yoga Vidyapit. I head it. So we are, and there's one yoga university in USA also. So we are in the top echelon of 3 or 4 yoga institutions in the world. We are mostly online, but they are having mostly offline. We were also offline. We also have offline centers throughout the state. So the historical origin of yoga belongs to the distant past, and when and how its origin cannot be established with finality. It's not possible to study the historical origin of yoga in terms of chronology of particular years, but it's possible to trace chronological sources of yoga traditions. So for the convenience, we will talk of pre-Vedic, Vedic, post-Vedic. So we will take the pre-Vedic. Normally, we don't know exactly what is the age of the Vedas, but some people say it's about 5000 BC, 8000 BC, 7000 BC, like that. But if you take that pre-Indus Valley Mehergarh in Balochistan, that is the oldest known excavation of Indus Valley civilization. That is going to around 7000 BC. I have visited places called Vedana and Banavali in Haryana, which are also 8000 BC. So Saraswati River existed, and we had told you on the other day how the Saraswati River was the original source of the Vedas and how the knowledge evolved in the form of the Veda. Veda itself means knowledge. The word Saraswati also means knowledge. It has two meanings, that which flows. Knowledge also flows, and Saraswati River also was flowing. So Saraswati River dried up around 4000 BC, and it remained in a huge shape way back for 1 lakh years or 50,000 years, we don't know exactly. So during that period, the Vedas evolved on the banks of Saraswati River. They were already there, but they were revealed, and the Vedas themselves contain the knowledge of the Yoga Shastra. So during the Vedic, which is taken here in this context as 6th millennium BCE, Vedic hymns, but there's no guarantee that's correct name. We have evidences of yoga in the Indus Valley civilization, which is now being identified as the Vedic civilization. Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, we have the Pashupati seal, where the Pashupati is sitting in Siddhasana, like this. Siddhasana is like this, and is surrounded by animals. Pashupati Nath, Shiva is the identified deity, and Shiva is the originator of yoga. Shiva Samhita is there. Of the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda and Atharva Veda contain traces of yogic tradition. The teachings of Rig Veda are mantric, poetic, and extract. They focused on basis, they formed the basis for later development of the knowledge of the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and the philosophical Sanskrit scriptures. So the Rig Veda is the oldest known human text of the world in the history of humanity. And from there we get the knowledge of all subjects, all sciences, including the science of yoga. And of course, come to the Yajurveda, we have the word yuj, yunjate manauta yunjate dhiyo vipra viprasya bruhatah vipaschitah vihotra vahe vayura videga in mahi devasya savitu parishtutihi. This is a famous mantra which is talking of joining, yunjate. So we join, is joined. What is joined? Manaha. And then what else? Dhiyaha. Yunjate manauta yunjate dhiyo. Vipra viprasya bruhataha vipaschitaha. Rahat Brahman, most knowledgeable, source of all knowledge, is joined by the Vipras, that is, scholars, experts. Rahataha, they join their minds and their buddhis. Vihotra vahe vayuna videka in mahi devasya savituhu parishtutihi. This is the praise of that supreme divine power. Savita, refulgent like sun. Same meaning, Savita is used in Gayatri Mantra. Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhiman Yo Yona Prachodaya. That power, that effulgent power, that brilliant sunlight power, which is driving our buddhis. Yo Yona Prachodaya. Same meaning is there in the context of yoga. Yuj is to join. Join our minds. Yunjate mana uta yunjate dhiyo. Vipra viprasya bruhataha vipaschitaha. In mahi devasya savitu vihotra vahe vayuna videka in mahi devasya savitu parishtutihi. Yo devas savita asmakam dhiyo dharmadi gochara prerayet tasya yad bhargas tad varenyam upasmahe. The meaning of the Gayatri Mantra, which is the same as the meaning which I quoted of the word yoga in the Yajurveda, is given in this shloka. Yo Devaha, that divine power, Savita, sun-like light, Asmakam Dhiyo Dharmadi Gocharaha, he who prerayet, drives or motivates, the motive force, it's like electromotive force, which is driving our minds, our intellects. Yo devas savita asmakam dhiyo dharmadi gochara prerayet tasya yad bhargaha tad varenyam upasmahe. The dearest, most lovable, we perform the upasana. The word upasana also means joining the mind and the buddhi, concentrating, meditating. What is joining mind? What is joining buddhi? Is nothing but concentrating and meditating. That is yoga. So, that is the Vedic perspective of the origins of the knowledge of the yoga shastra, yoga vijnana. We have set up this Vishwa Yoga Vidyapet with a simple goal of delivering quality instruction of yoga, both practical and theoretical. Now coming to the Upanishadic age, we have many statements in the Upanishads which are directly explaining the science of yoga. In Chandogya Upanishad, in Mandukya Upanishad, in Taittiriya Upanishad, in Katha Upanishad, principal Upanishads, 11 of them or 10 of them, they themselves contain Ayamatma Pravachanena Labhyo na bahuna na medhaya na bahuna srutena adhyatma yogena adhigamyam. This self cannot be acquired. The knowledge of the self, Atma Jnana, cannot be acquired through lectures, through intelligence, through studying of scriptures. It can be acquired only through the Adhyatma Yoga, the spiritual yoga. Adhyatma Yogena Adhigamyam. The joining of the individual with the Supreme is possible through the yoga system. Many statements in the principal Upanishads, not to speak of the other Upanishads. We have 108 Upanishads, of which principal Upanishads are 10 or 11. Other than that, we have 40 Vedanta Upanishads, 46. And we have around 20 Yoga Upanishads. And we have the Vaishnava Upanishads, Shaiva Upanishads, and we have the Shaktya Upanishads also. Everywhere yoga exists because any upasana, upasmahe, we all perform upasana. Any upasana will require Yoga Shastra. Yoga Shastra is joining the mind, concentration, meditation, and absorption. That is Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. So all upasanas contain for all devatas, Shiva, Vishnu, Shakti, all. So read the notes, it contains whatever I am covering, quotations from the individual Upanishads dealing with yoga. So other than that, we have Yoga Upanishads themselves, we will cover sometime. Sveta Upanishad, Maitrayani Upanishad, Mandukya Upanishad. We have already covered Mandukya Upanishad in the Upanishad lectures. Then the historical evolution goes into the Itihasa age, Ramayana Kavya and Mahabharata Itihasa. So in the Ramayana, we can trace the yoga practices, Yama, Niyama, Satya. In fact, the very first section of the Ramayana, question is asked, who is this person, who is such a person who is following Satya, Ahimsa, Dharma, upholds Dharma. Dharmajnasya. So, all those 16 Lakshanas, qualities were described in Rama. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. He is personified Dharma. That my name is Sri Rama Prabhu. So, Rama is the ultimate personality. He is the ultimate personification of Dharma. And Niyamas are nothing but Dharma. That are brought in Dharma Yoga, where Yamaniyamas were given highest importance. So the whole of Yoga Darshana is based on the Dharma and Yamaniyamas. So that way, Satya, Ahimsa, and other characteristics which are upheld in a big way in the personality of Rama, they are the references to yoga in the Ramayana. In the Mahabharata, the whole of Bhagavad Gita is in the Mahabharata, Madhya Mahabharata. And the Bhagavad Gita is nothing but Yoga Shastra. It is Srimad Bhagavad Gita, so Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre, Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. Every chapter we have at the end, this chapter, which is in the conversation between Krishna and Arjuna, is Yoga Shastra. So Yoga Shastra, 6th chapter we have covered last time in the Bhagavad Gita lectures. Yoga Shastra itself, the original source of yoga knowledge, later on codified by Patanjali. to the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. Then we come to the later ages of classical age. That's where the Patanjali comes into picture. Patanjali is the Sutrakara of the Yoga Darshana. He has summarized the knowledge of yoga as prevailing up to his time, and before him, whatever happened, he summarized. Yoga Sutras is a big subject. Patanjali Yoga Sutras we'll try to cover sometime. And today we will just refer a few principles of Patanjali Yoga Sutra. I have referred many times. Yogas Chitta Vritti Nirodha Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avastharam. When the mind is calmed, you are in your own true nature. What about all other times? You are not in your true nature. You are getting carried away with your mental disturbances, thought process. I am so and so, I am so and so. False identities, temporary. They are real temporarily. Like when I am driving a car, I am a driver. Actually, I am a driver. I am also a driver, but I am a lot more. So I am carrying this human body in this human avatar. I am a human being, but I am a human being. I am more than human being. I am the supreme being. I am playing this role of human being. So, the same way, Vritti Sarupya Mitaratra, all other times you are getting identified with Sarupya, with the Chittavrittis. So when the Chittavrittis are arrested, Yogas Chittavritti Nirodha Tada Drashtu Swarupe Avastharam. Only then you can be in your own true nature, Swarupa. And what is that Swarupa? Patanjali never told what is that. He just left it for your own discovery process of your own experiential discovery sequence of yoga, Ashtanga Yoga. So that self, the Upanishad has declared, Ayamatma Brahma. This self is God. So that is the realization, God realization and self-realization. Both mean same, they converge, and that is liberation. To be established in that state of realization is being liberated, moksha, moksha jnana, jivan mukti. While you are alive, you can be liberated. Moksha jnana, through moksha jnana, which is the Brahma jnana, which is the Atma, Brahmatmana Samskriti, the realization of oneself with the Supreme Being, the realization of the Jivatma with Paramatma, the realization of the individual consciousness with the Supreme Consciousness, or Cosmic Consciousness. So that's it. That is called Yoga. Yogena Atma Darshanam. Jivatma Paramatma Samyoga Eva Yoga. So that is today's lecture, historical evolution of yoga from the pre-Vedic period, Vedic periods, Indus civilization, Puranic, Kavya, Ramayana, Mahabharata period. And of course, in all the Puranas, yoga is mentioned again and again, different practices. All our great personalities practiced yoga. Lord Krishna is Yogeshwara, Maha Yogeshwaro Hari. So he is the Lord of all yoga yogis. And Pandavas also practiced. And lo and behold, now you are also practicing. So now I close the session. We will open for any questions if any.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now, question answer session. Anybody who wants to ask questions, raise your hands. I have unmuted everybody. If you want to ask any queries, you can ask. Looks
Feel free to ask anything. This question answering is very important because whole of Bhagavad Gita is nothing but question answer session.
yeah. Gautam ji.
What is the what is the guarantee that the mind will be settled? I have seen that I'm sitting on the say trying to do meditation for say maybe hours, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, but mind is not settling. It is always roaming around, and at that time I'm getting tired and then feeling sleepy. It's not
Okay.
happening.
No, that means you have not done pranayama. You have not. See, it is Ashtanga Yoga. It is not only meditation. It is a sequence. Each one has effect on the other. I can, I mean, for example, today during our home meditation, is your mind not settled? Don't tell lies.
Yeah, it is.
So it is related to prana also. So the pranayama and pranayama is related to asana. And asanas are related to sukshmayama and kriyas. So it is a total sigma effect. You understand? So mind being whatever state of mind, being settled or unsettled or being happy or unhappy or uneasy or easy, it all depends. It is a sigma effect of various factors. Are you following what I'm saying? It's not one factor. Even if stomach is upset, then your mind will not be settled. You cannot sleep also. So, if you had a fight, suppose you had a fight, then your mind will never settle. Even you try for 5 hours, it will not settle. Similarly, if you had, suppose somebody abused you, you didn't fight, but he abused you. All kinds of abuses he heaped on you, saying you are useless, you are donkey, you are monkey, you are pig, and you are dog, and all. Or any even worse abuses. Then you will be so upset, your BP will go up, and your mind will not be settled. Similarly, the food which you take, sattvic food, that will give you calmness. If you take rajasic and tamasic food, your mind will never be calm. And also by birth, your mother, your father, your ancestors. So that is why the sattva guna pradhana. So if your mind is sattva guna pradhana, then your mind is calm, or mostly calm. So of course, to reach the divine, it is Suddha Sattva. You have to go much higher than Sattva also. But if you are not even getting into Sattva, but you are in Rajas and Tamas, finished. It's not an easy task. Definitely, I agree with you. I never said it is easy. And no Yoga Shastra said it is easy. Nowhere it is mentioned it is very easy. So it is a process. It is not impossible. It is not very, very, very difficult. If you have the background preparedness, see, like if I'm conducting a conference, whatever happens in the conference, the success of a conference it depends on many factors. There are something like 25 factors, like the authors, the papers, the timing, and their venue, and the weather, and the people arriving. Oh, so many factors are there. Same way, success in your yogic efforts are based on all these factors which I have mentioned. Okay. Next.
Avadesh Kumar Garu.
Sir, you have referred just now as Ashtanga Yoga. What do you mean by that? There
are eight angas: yama, niyama, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. This is the Patanjali's Ashtanga Yoga. Patanjali has given a framework of 8 parts. Angas means parts. They are not exactly in sequence, but they are components. And of course, in some Upanishads, only 6 Angas are there by dropping Yama and Niyama, because they are taken a separate part of Dharma. So that's why it's called Ashtanga Yoga. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next.
ఓకే కైపా గారు.
సార్ నమస్కారం సార్.
Namaskar.
హరి ఓం. సార్ నమస్కారం సార్. ఈ ఓంకార ధ్యానాన్ని గురించి ఏ ఉపనిషత్తులో వివరంగా చెప్పబడింది సార్?
చాలా ఉపనిషత్తులు ఉన్నాయండి. ఓంకారం ప్రణవం. సో ఇప్పుడు మా మాండూక్య ఉపనిషత్ మేము కవర్ చేసాం ఫస్ట్, మీకు గుర్తుందో లేదో. వి హావ్ కవర్డ్ మాండూక్య ఉపనిషత్. సో ద హోల్ థింగ్ ఇస్ ఓం ఓన్లీ. ఓం ఇత్యేకాక్షరం బ్రహ్మ, it starts with that. And many other Upanishads are there. Every Upanishad will talk about Om. There are more than 100 different meanings for Om. 100 meanings minimum.
సార్ తర్వాత ఈ ఒక చిన్న ఇది సార్, ఈ దేవతా మంత్రాలలో స్త్రీ దేవతా మంత్రాలు.
Ask questions in English so that others also can understand.
Okay, sir. Sir, while doing this Anushtanam for Sri Devata mantrams, my guru said that we should not prefix Om for that mantra. Only for male gods only it has to be prefixed. Is there any authority for that, sir?
Well, I will definitely take the stand that you should go by your gurus. I don't want to contradict any guru. So he has his own reasons. There must be grounds for that. Okay, but that doesn't mean each mantra has its own content. You cannot add and subtract something else. Okay.
Okay.
If there is a particular mantra, use only that. Don't add Om, Hrim, and all that as you like. Is whatever is there.
Whatever is
the tradition,
we have to do it, sir.
Because the tradition is very important. You see, he has not invented on his own, right? He has taken it from his guru parampara, right?
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
So that parampara has a tremendous value. Even yoga also. I am today here because of our gurus. Otherwise, I will not be there. So our guru parampara, the protection. See, we cannot even in yoga we cannot play around and do some engineering add and subtract. That is very bad. Some people have done it, like this, Sudarshan Kriya and some others. They're all not there originally. So they're added artificially, and they create a lot of problems. When you add something new, this is not a subject like science, where you add some new and get PhD and all that. It's not like that. This is a tradition. We have to honor the tradition exactly. I am teaching exactly what I learned. I don't add and subtract. Okay. Okay. Next.
Correct, sir. So we have to do only what we have been taught.
Yes. Unless you become
Thank
yourself
you,
a top rishi like. Okay. Next.
I stand to advise, sir. Thank you. Dhanyavada, Mahodaya. Namaskara.
Sir, namaskaram andi. All the asanas, some of the asanas are to be do by closing eyes or opening eyes, sir. What are the asanas to be do?
No, mostly no need to open the eyes. Okay, we'll be only in the case of eye exercises, eyes are opened, and of course in Sukshma also eyes can be opened. In asanas, eyes can be closed, eyes can be opened also, but in some asanas it has to be closed. Like Sarvangasana, eyes have to be closed. Shirshasana, eyes have to be closed. Shavasana, eyes have to be closed. But it will be told, you have to close your eyes compulsorily. But in some asanas, eyes need not be closed. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you for the question answer session, Guruji. Now, can we go for Prarthana?
Yes.
Guruji, one question. The Vedas themselves are not dated. Only the classification is dated, Mahodaya.
What is that?
Vedas themselves are Apaurushaya, so they must be timeless. But the classification is this. You said it is 7,000. That is the classification you refer to.
No. You see, classification is done by Veda Vyasa himself. Well, that's why it's called Vyasa. But this we are talking from the archaeological, historical perspective only. When we talk of 7,000, 6,000, we are talking of the archaeological perspective, not the traditional perspective. We're talking of the Indus Valley excavations, this, that, so all that kind of a thing. Because historical, right? Okay.
Okay.
Sir,
Okay.
may I add something, sir? May I ask?
Yes.
So actually, in science, there is a theory that with Big Bang the universe was created, and it is there was a singularity beyond which science cannot go. But is it true that the Om was created even, is the origin, even much earlier than the singularity, even beyond singularity, you can say? So
What is your definition of singularity?
but beyond that, the time, as if time started. It says the time started is at that point, and so we cannot define time.
Yeah. Okay. See, now I will tell you. See, there is a statement in the Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter. Avyaktad vyaktaya sarva prabhavanti haragame ratriagame viliyante avyaktraiva avyakta sanjake. See, the Brahma's day creation around 2 billion years now. You can see on the front cover of any Panchang the total number of years of this particular creation right now. It's about 2 billion. It is given there. So before that, there was nothing. Okay, avyakta. Avyakta, Adi Narayana is avyakta. Definitely that is Om. Avyakta, Vyaktaya Sarvaha. All the manifest entities, including space, time, causation, objects, they all came from the unmanifest. Avyakta to Vyakta. Avyakta, Vyaktaya Sarvaha. Prabhavantya Haragame. In the beginning of creation. And at the end of creation, Ratriagame Viliyante. They go back into the Avyakta. Tatreva Avyakta Sanjake. Bhutagram Sayavayam Bhutva Bhutva Praliyate. This pulsating universe after the Big Bang, that's what is hinted in the Bhagavad Gita 8th chapter and also in the Vedas themselves. Surya Chandrama Saudhata Yadha Purvama Kalpayan. So many cycles have happened. So Om is the indication of the Avyakta Parabrahman before the creation as well. Okay. A very profound question you asked. But in artificial intelligence, singularity means something else. When the machine reaches the general intelligence of human being, that is called singularity in artificial intelligence. That's a very dangerous situation. If the artificial intelligence becomes as intelligent as human intelligence, completely general intelligence, not just present artificial general intelligence, that is called singularity in artificial intelligence. But what you told is in physics was before origin of time. Yes, time and space and causation, these three, name and form, they are manifested from the unmanifest. The unmanifest is Avyakta Parabrahman, which is Om, and manifest is universe, manifest universe. That is what the Purnamada, Purnamidam. That is Purna before manifestation, Avyakta, and this is Purna which is after manifestation. Purnat Purna Mudachyate. This manifest universe came from the unmanifest. And even after coming, it remains as it is. Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Avasishyate. That is the concept of Maya. I think we have gone very deep, philosophical abstract and science abstract.
Mahodaya, then the unmanifest can only be understood through meditation. That would be the form of research for the unmanifest, right?
Yes, the unmanifest, you see, we are talking of the, right, what we talked is in the universe, and the meditation, we are talking of the inner being. So the pure consciousness, which can be reached through the yoga path of meditation, all these things, samadhi, and that word samadhi is better. So that is the unconditioned pure consciousness. So Sat Chit Ananda, Chit, that is Chit. What we talked about the universe is Sat. So Ananda, Satchidananda is the nature of the Supreme Being, the ultimate truth.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
Okay, I think if no further questions, then we will go for prarthana. Chavali Vishalakshi ji, please chant prarthana.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथ्वी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधना सधना सन्तु जीवन्तु शरदां शतं सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. सर्वे जन सुखिनो भवन्तु. स्वस्ति.
ధన్యవాదములండి. Now let us request Chala Chittibabu garu to recite national anthem. All of you please stand up.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे जय हिंद.
జై హింద్. ధన్యవాదములండి చల్లా చిట్టిబాబు గారు.